should be primaried. I will lead the charge against him. Fine, but the good news is this thing passed. I want to bring in now from Colorado, Congresswoman there, Republican Lauren Boebert is with us. Congresswoman, it's great to see you.
Grant, it's great to see you too, and it's good to see. Thomas Massie has really increased and grew in his ratings from a third-rate grandstander to just a regular old grandstander. He's now at the top, but I do remember when President Trump and my co-chair of the Second Amendment Caucus, Thomas Massie, went at it during some of the COVID spending, and back then he was just a third-rate grandstander, and now he's the grandstander.
A full-on grandstander. So how important were these phone calls from President Trump? I know you were like me. Look, the president wants it. We vowed to give him what he needs to make it happen. He's our commander-in-chief. Not everybody was like that. I was so happy to see Andy Biggs, who's a great, friend of yours, friend of this program. He voted for this. Burchett did, all of them, except for Massie. How important were these phone calls from President Trump to get these good conservatives, principled men, onto the other side?
Well, not just the phone calls are what is important, but the fact that President Trump is the one who brought us to the dance. He is the one who received the mandate from the majority of Americans, and he is the lead that we are following. We have desperately needed leadership in Washington, D.C., and now we rightfully have President Trump back in the White House as our leader, commander-in-chief. And if he says this is what he needs to continue his agenda, then that's what we're going to give him. I do not like continuing resolutions. Is this the funding that I have voted against in the past? Yes. But now we have an administration who has their cabinet picks in place, and they are confirmed, and they are going after the DOGE approach and eliminating the waste, fraud, and abuse and the improper payments. And so with President Trump having the ability to have this funding and a ceiling to what this administration is able to spend, he also has empowered his cabinet members to spend less than that ceiling. And I trust that they will do that with everything that we've been seeing in just 50-some days.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a president whose administration is cutting spending, something Congress was never really able to do at all. All right, with that aside, I want to tell you that, we continue to bring apparently the bad girl of the House onto this program, and we aid and abet your bad girl activity, Congresswoman Boebert. Let me remind you of this clip that was spoken right here after President Trump's address to the joint session of Congress, and Al Green shaking his, well, I'll let you say it. Here we go.
I don't think it's unusual for a line or two to be shouted out. Heck, I was shouting out lines last night, but they were certainly in support of President Trump. And for him to go and shake his pimp cane at President Trump was absolutely abhorrent, and it's showing even with Democrat voters.
So shaking his pimp cane. It got a laugh from me that night, Congresswoman. So I want to read from you. This is from a move to censure you in the United States Congress from Representative Houlihan. Whereas on March 7th, 2025, during an interview with Real America's Voice News, Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado said for him to go and shake his pimp cane. Well, you sent me this picture. I guess really I don't even need a comment from you because that says it all. But I might as well ask you for your response to this censure.
Yeah, so that is the outfit of choice if the censure comes to fruition. But Representative Houlihan, she has decided that she was getting far too many attacks from her base for voting against the censure of Representative Al Green, and decided to attack me for referencing his cane as a pimp cane. And Grant, I stand by it. I have never seen Al Green actually use his cane as a support to walk. I have seen him shake it for years, all throughout the Capitol during any meeting that I've ever been present with him in. And if that gold-plated cane isn't a pimp cane, I don't know what is. But maybe Hula Who is really the racist here. Our only blacks pimps? Is that what I'm hearing? Are there no cisgendered white pimps in America? Listen, it was a little slide to his cane and his gesture, his cane that was wielded at the president of the United States. And you know what? If she wants to censure me over it, go ahead and try, girlfriend. I have the American people who will show up, who will donate, and who will reelect me.
Look, I would have phrased it much differently, Congresswoman. I would have said he rattled his pimp cane, rattled the pimp cane, not shake it.
It was a little bit of a rattle.
Trouble.
It was a little infant-like, right? It was like a rattle.
It really was. Anyway, it's as if they don't have better things to do. I'm glad they're watching Real America's Voice, but you think they would have better things to do. I'm glad you got this other bill through.
Official censure language. So congrats to Rab. You've made it in the congressional record.
You can't beat it. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, thank you for coming on last minute tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Grant.
Absolutely.